Let's talk about the Joker controversy. I am sorry if you don't like serious subjects, but we gotta talk about this. So a lot of this happened like about 2 or 3 weeks ago when they were. So basically, Warner Brothers was premiering this movie early at a bunch of film festivals. And so naturally, a bunch of critics were coming out putting their reviews at several different film festivals, and they were saying that it could be dangerous to society. The people were worried about shootings. Now, here's what I think about violence in media and in games. It cannot influence you to do wrong. If you know killing is wrong and you're not mentally ill, you're probably not going to go, like Rambo, go rip people's hearts out or do whatever the hell. You know, you're not going to do that. Okay, this is not how life works. People have free agency. You don't. Most normal, sane people don't take. Because, by the way, I don't know if you knew this, games and movies aren't supposed to reflect real life. I know. Shock. It's not supposed to reflect real life. Yeah. It's not supposed to reflect real life. How dare I say that? So why would somebody who's watching it for entertainment purposes go out and kill someone because they watched a movie or played a game? There are more studies that show people don't commit violence by playing games because when they play the violent game and take out their anger and frustrations in the game where they cannot hurt anybody, then they're less likely to go out and hurt people. Yes, there are several shootings where the shooters have played violent video games. So what? There are more shootings where it's either mental illness or they're on drugs or something, you know. We don't need to blame movies and books and games and comics or whatever the hell for people being evil. Just tired of this garbage. People like to pretend media's got more violent now. Oh. I agree, games have got more violent, but games haven't even been around like 50 years. So, of course, they've recently gotten more violent. Well, I wouldn't even say recently, they just over time got more violent because they haven't been around as long as movies. Movies have been around since the 1800s, okay? There were stricter age ratings in the past at one point, yes, but that doesn't mean violent movies, similar to the ones being made today, weren't being made. End of story. So, naturally, I'm just really annoyed by this controversy. But it gets worse because, you know, I heard about Joaquin Phoenix. He got asked in an interview, hey, do you think this movie's going to commit violence? He walked out of the interview. Because why wouldn't he? This is a garbage question. It's a trap question. You're trying to get him worked up and upset. This film is not going to commit violence. There was a Dark Knight, and part of the reason people are worried about this, there was a shooting around the Dark Knight. I don't know the whole story. I probably should have looked it up before making this video, but I'm not going to because I don't like to look up shootings, if you don't mind. But, you know, the shooting happened, and it, you know, that was in 2012. So now the theater that shooting happened is no longer showing the Joker movie at all, which I think is completely bullshit. Because what example are you setting? You know, if let's say they just closed all Walmarts because there were shootings there. Well, that doesn't fix it. You know what that does? It shows more people that you're too vulnerable and afraid of a movie. This movie is not going to commit violence. So then some people dug up on on some social media site, I don't know exactly what, but that somebody threatened to go shoot up a theater on the release of the Joker. This is unbelievably upsetting. I don't know. Look, I have a hunch that these people are joking, but if they're not, that's even worse. Of course, with people going out and threatening to do shootings, they get investigated, of course. But the people are blaming incel media, blah blah blah. The U.S. forces have been contact about this nonsense. It has gotten to a really big degree to the point where I don't even want to see the movie anymore. A movie that I thought was going to be really good. I was really excited for it, and I just cannot bring myself to even watch it now. Because we made this film into an argument on whether or not violence is okay. Whether or not this film, which by the way portrays everything the Joker's doing as wrong, because it wouldn't be a good movie if it didn't. Nothing the Joker does is right. The Joker is a comic book villain. Keep in mind, villain. He's not Batman, where he's going da 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 Batman, because he's a hero. No, he is the villain. That means bad guy. Means not good. Means not your role model. You made a comic book movie no longer fun just because you can't, because you're afraid of violence. Look, I get it. I'm a little cautious when I go into Walmarts now. You know, the shooting didn't even happen near me. I'm still cautious. I think that if we let the past things affect us forever, though, we're never going to move on. If we sit there and ban everything because it could cause violence, this film is not going to cause violence, but let's say it did. Great. Then you had a reason to worry. But you don't actually know whether it's going to commit violence. And again, these people were probably making it up, and they probably weren't going to go shoot up a theater. I'm nervous about it, though. I don't live in Texas, thank gosh, so I can go see the movie and not have to worry about people going to shoot up a theater. It's just not something I want to deal with. This controversy is not a real controversy. Like most controversies with movies nowadays, they're made up. People make them up. The only ones that are real are the identity politics ones. And even those are partially manufactured. I don't know if you heard, but this movie's full of takes a stand at toxic masculinity, even though it has nothing to do with that. I don't know if you heard, but this Rambo movie is racist because it's got Mexicans in it, and they just happen to be evil. Even though they don't say the word Mexicans, they don't call out Mexicans specifically, and there were evil Russians in the other movies. It's all fake. I can't even go to the movies and enjoy anything anymore. Because of this political nonsense. Why make up crap? Just Hollywood. Do you not understand that you're entertainers?